In today's episode, we're going to break down a Boros Midrange list of recent 7-0 metagame standard champion winner that I'm excited to bring down and take down for you here today. So thank you for tuning in. As always, today we'll go through the strategy objective of this list. We'll go into that boarding as we always do for best of 3, give you some ideas against aggro, mid-range, and late game, and then we'll go play that competitive Magic. I'll bring this into best of 1 and into best of 3 and pull it all back together with an outtake. So thank you for tuning in. If you have a question or comment throughout the episode, let me know. I love to hear from you down below, or feel free to come swing by the Discord server. Now, the timestamps are available to you along with the deck list and other great ways to stay connected here. All right, let's get moving here as we talk about Boros Midrange, because this is something a little bit different and pretty interesting. This particular list comes to us from Full Flyer, with a shout out to Askozimi on this particular one. I probably butchered your names and I apologize. What's really nice around March of the Machine here for Magic the Gathering, we have a couple of new upticks in terms of cards for this particular list, really kind of being an extension from the mono white mid-range or mono white control list, adding in some key components here and making this thing much more deadly and dangerous by taking some big uplift with these new cards. So first off, we got Guardian of Girapur. This thing, when it enters the battlefield, exile up to another one target creature or artifact you control, returns to the battlefield under its owner's control at the beginning of the next end step. So something here we'll talk about in a second that parlays well into Etali Primal Conqueror. So you can use this to hit this. This 7-drop here is deadly. When it enters the battlefield, each player exiles cards from the top of their library until they exile a non-land card. You may cast any number of spells from among them. The non-land cards with exiled this way without paying for their mana costs. Boom. And then obviously you can make it trample and indestructible for the transform cost there. And whenever it deals combat damage to a player, they get that many poisons. So a great top end finisher there. And then additionally, we have our other Wanderer here as well. So very, very nice in terms of what we've pulled in terms of the new March of the Machines here, and some key components to making that happen. So those are the big pieces. As you can see, the only removal we're really running is Ossification and Destroy Evil in the main board. Again, very similar to what we had in terms of that mono white mid-range, expanding to gain with Fable of the Mirror Breaker, and then Etali there, which is always does a lot. So very excited about this. Really, idea around this is getting to that mid-range late game space where we got that ability to keep playing stuff back with Sarah Paragon. We got ability to blink things, and then really get to our top end here in order to shut down the board and close out the match. Now, we can obviously do it without it. However, it just makes it that much easier. All right, now we're going to go and talk about our boarding for best of 3, aggro, mid-range, and late game. Aggro list, things like Azure Soldiers, you're going to want Flame Blast Bolt to take things off. Again, mono black aggro, mono red aggro, those kinds of things. Destroy Evil isn't a terrible thing in there as well, in case you hit a Selesnya Enchantments list as an example. Other things that you can think about is Tsushi, the Blazing Sky. Pulling some of your top end stuff into a more closer tight-knit mid-range as an example. Also putting the Eternal Wanderer in instead could be an idea. We got Citizen's Crowbar here again if they're running enchantments or artifacts as an example. Obliterating Bolt, again, creature based if you need to, if they're running graveyard stuff, Unlicensed Hearse, and then Knockout Blow again for some of those more creature based lists. Now again, as we move into that mid-range space, the mid-range space is really going to be that break between creatures and non-creatures. If they aren't really running a lot of creatures, again, things to think about is pulling down your curve just in case, as an example, or other things to get stuff out of the graveyard, particularly the Reanimator list could be a challenge here, but we have Unlicensed Hearse to consider from that particular perspective. Then as we go to late game is really going to be some of those control lists that we've seen. We got Esper, we got Jeskai. Again, the ability to really play a little bit quicker can make a difference. Having the Flash Wanderer is always helpful in those spaces, but you're not really going to need a lot of these direct damage things. You might want to think about Susie here as well, and then you're probably going to pull out things like Destroy Evil, Ossification potentially, unless they're running planeswalkers there. So that is really the strategy objectives of this list for Boros midrange. Additionally, we covered on how you can consider boarding for aggro midrange and late game. Let's go play that competitive Magic now with our Boros midrange list, again by our friend Fullfire, and make haste here in terms of the meta. All right, ranked best of 1. Here we are, and we are off. Now, I would think we got pretty good odds of getting Itali casted in our matches here today. So let's see if we can make it happen. It is a fun, very fun card. Got Lapel here. All right, we can keep this. Lots of draw, lots of blinking, which is great. We can hang on to that one for now. Ooh, there goes our buddy there. Take action, thin this out. There we go. Now we can play this as well. Blink if we'd like to. That's what we needed, is Itali. Actually gonna play this time. There we are, more lands. We can deal with that. I will consider saving this guy still. Lots of lands. So they're also running a Reanimator. Now we got plenty here. A second Itali. And we'll drop this time on the Spirit. Probably kill it. There it is. Now, they wouldn't have been able to do that to Itali. Ooh. Very close. We'll wait here. As long as they don't get the play back from the graveyard against that, which could be the problem here. That is a problem. Attacks. We'll do this. This is going to be hard. We'll see if we get through here. So we have to block here and then double here. Otherwise, that's lethal. Very close to lethal. Well, we can keep one. So that puts him at 8, 9 damage right there. All right. Good news is we get our friend in. So we'll see how this goes. Oh, Pain lands. Oh, we need to play that. Oh, bummer. Bummer, bummer, bummer. Oh, that's a feels no goods right there. Oh, we were trying to save that to get the 1/1 drops at some point, and then it ended up costing us. We could have double blocked, we would have lived. Yeah, anyway, okay, on to our best of 3 match. That is a sad day. They were very well ahead of us, though, at that point. Unfortunately, not much we could do. So, all right, here we go. Fun, though. Definitely fun. The Rakdos or Jund Reanimator. Probably Jund, more so. The Olivia. Ooh. Ugh. Brutal Olivia. Let's see what we can hit here. Dun, dun, dun. So in that one, we'd put the hearses in, take everything out of that graveyard. We can keep this. Go grab Plain Mountain with that. There we are. Still comes tapped. Nice. Let's discard planes. Dimir. Dimir. Ooh. Get that off the board. Decline, actually. We can bounce this, which is what I'm probably going to do here. There we are. Ooh, there was another color in there. Now the nice thing is, if we can keep that, Raffine. Let's see what we can hit here. Another one of these. There we are. So we can keep making the spirit companions to keep growing. Ah, there we go. No Itali. All right, so we gotta figure out. So they have. We could play that. I think we can stick at it. We might want to pull these in though. Ossification does help. That helped us. I'm gonna drop these for now. We can always pull that back in if we need to, because it's got the destroy artifact or enchantment. Let's see here. Just the once on Itali. Ooh, no Itali. We'll keep this. I do want to get that Herson next turn probably though. Then to win. Ooh.
Those who get in my way tend to regret it. We all have things we'd rather.
Get rid of the land. There we go. Let's grab that. Grab a mountain. Well, we got our plains. There we go. Now we can play this too.
I'm tired of your secrets.
So here's what we do now.
Oh, that's my cue to leave.
Grab another land. Then there's the Italis. Ooh, lots of killing there. Get rid of those. 2 to crew. Ooh, here we go. Should we play that? Wait, let's do this one first. We could play this. There, we're golden. Very, very nice. We didn't get the Itali though. That's okay. Don't always hit. We did kind of play it. We kind of did. Leave it at that. Anyway, very, very fun. Like the list, nonetheless. Nonetheless. All right, let's pull it all back, as we always do. Very solid. I like the changes. Well, really the add-on from the mono white version of mid-range really into or control really into this lovely Boros list here. Worked out really, really well. We had a nice move on the boarding, sideboarding, and those kinds of things. Best of one, didn't win. Maybe could have played it slightly different. We could at least got this on the board and maybe had some other stuff happen. If we could have hit Olivia or something bigger, those kinds of things nonetheless. best of 3. We did play a Dimir list. Dimir control happened to do very nicely. Had the right boarding there too for our second match. Both times on the draw and able to take it down, going 2-0 and taking the whole thing and getting the big W. So really like it. Again, this is a metagame winner by our friend Full Fire, with a shout out to Askozume. Congratulations on taking the standard metagame challenge down with this, and super happy to showcase it here in today's episode. Thank you for tuning in. As always, appreciate your support. Thank you for the likes and the subs as we continue to grow this amazing community. Lastly, thank you to all the members as well. Appreciate that support. With that said, questions, comments, do let me know. Feel free to swing by the Discord server. Tons of great people there as well. And lastly, we have a ton of Magic the Gathering content here available to you to check out. And additionally, much more coming your way. So thank you. Until next time, we'll see you again soon. Mythras, out of here.